Have you ever wondered why most children look like their parents or members of their families? This is one of the most interesting questions asked by many people. Now, the answer to this question is not far-fetched. It can be obtained by studying genetics. So, what do you understand by the term genetics? Well, genetics is the study of heredity in general and genes in particular. I'm sure you should be wondering what heredity is. Well, heredity has got another special name, which is inheritance. You might have come across friends or family members that might have told you that one part of your body or another looks like your parent. Well, that's true. Now, during the growth of an embryo, it inherits some traits from its mother and some from its father. That is what is known as heredity. Let's now define genes. A gene is defined as a part of a living thing which controls its characteristics. In this video, we will be discussing some terminologies commonly used in genetics. Let's first take a close look at each of them. We have the gene, the allele, the chromosome, genotype, phenotype, recessive, and dominant gene. Let's start with the gene. Now, we know that a gene is a basic physical unit of inheritance. We are not going to dwell so much on genes as we already defined them in the definition of genetics. Now, let's talk about allele. An allele is simply a different kind of a gene or an alternative form of a gene. Now, what does this mean? Let's take a close look at this example. We all know that in plants there are two genes for height. That is, the capital letter T representing tallness and the small letter t representing shortness. In this example, the capital letter T is what we call the dominant allele, while the small letter t is what we call the recessive allele. Let's now talk about the chromosomes. Did you know that chromosomes were discovered by a scientist called Walter Fleming? Yes, he discovered these chromosomes in 1882. Now, he defined chromosomes as thread-like structures in the cell nucleus. By the way, a chromosome is so long that it can reach to the outer space. Next on our list is genotype. So, what is genotype? Genotype refers to a set of genes or a particular gene leading to a single trait or a disease. For example, if your gene leads you to having red color, then you have the genotype for red color. Let's talk about phenotype. Now, the term phenotype refers to the observable characteristics of an organism, including its behavior, development, appearance, and all those things. Examples of phenotype include height, length, etc. Well, a dominant gene is the one that suppresses another gene, while a recessive gene is the one that gets suppressed. For example, in these genes, the capital letter T represents dominant allele, while the small letter t represents a recessive allele. Thanks for watching and hope you have known the terminologies used in genetics, which are the gene, the allele, the genotype, phenotype, dominant and recessive gene, and the chromosomes.